Coaching is really just a powerful tool that you use to get closer to your goals. If you think about it, every great athlete, every great actor, every great singer, even every great corporate executive has a coach. One of the things I think that helps me to be effective as a coach is that I really care about my readers. I really care about the people that I'm coaching. This is a calling for me. I know that I'm called to inspire women in particular to live fulfilling lives, that I do that through writing and I do that through speaking, and I've been there. So I'm writing from the perspective of someone who's been where you already are, and as someone who still is in many ways making progress and understanding that progress is a process. I think of my life a lot of times as a living laboratory, that, there are things that I've gone through professionally and personally that have been difficult. And in overcoming those things, I'm always looking for the lesson, and I'm always asking myself, how can I kind of pay it forward? How can I share what I've learned with others? And one of the most important things I've learned is the power of asking the right questions. I have seen coaching work in my own life. I've seen it work with the hundreds of clients that I've worked with over the last 10 or 12 years. And so I've put coaching in the form of a book because I really believe that there are those moments when we have to learn how to coach ourselves. You don't always have your coach there with you, but you do always have challenges or opportunities that are right in front of you. And so your 5-minute personal coach is about helping you learn to take those short moments to get the answers that you need that move you forward. I think one of the most important things coaching does is that it keeps you focused. I really can't think of too many people today that don't know that there's something more available for them in their lives, that they could live more fully, that there's a dream that they've yet to accomplish. And what coaching does is it gives you this level of accountability, this ability to focus and be consistent in your action, and to learn how to navigate the challenges that inevitably come up. And for most of us, we're pretty busy. And so one of the things that we can do to help us move closer to the life we want to live is to spend some time every single day moving a bit closer. And so that's why the book is written in these very small chapters, 5 minutes at a time, 5 minutes a day. As you probably know, life a lot of times just happens, and there's so much coming at you, but everybody has a few minutes to invest in their own life, in their own dreams, in what they believe is possible for themselves. And if you do it one little bit at a time, eventually you get to that finish line. One of the things I find is that a lot of times what people come to coaching for isn't actually what they need most. And so through the coaching process, we discover, and this is what we do in the book, we discover some of those deeper layers of issues that need to be dealt with, because a lot of times there are just themes in your life. You don't realize that the same thing that's keeping you stuck in a relationship is related to the same thing that's keeping you from moving ahead in your career. And if you don't stop and ask powerful questions and get honest with yourself about the answers, you'll keep doing the same thing over and over again without even realizing it. I think if we're quiet enough, we find that even God himself coaches us. Sometimes Jesus asks very specific questions. Oh, you have little faith. What are you afraid of? That's a coaching question. That's a very direct question, because a lot of times we can stay stuck in whatever our issue or challenge is, and that almost becomes like an idol. That becomes our identity. And being able to say, hey, do you want to get well? Do you want to change? Is really powerful, because that's a decision that you make. I don't care how long you've been stuck in a particular place. You can make a decision to move forward. You can make a decision to stop being stuck. It takes courage to do it. It takes boldness to do it. But I think that a lot of times when we get quiet, we know and we hear in our spirit the questions that we need to answer. And those are typically really powerful questions. One of the reasons I think this book can be so impactful for the person that reads it is because the book is about you. The book is about what you're dealing with. It's about kind of those very personal things sometimes we don't even talk about, but those are the things that keep you stuck. They keep you from moving forward. They keep you from speaking up when you need to have that difficult conversation, or from figuring out how to say no in a sticky situation. It's something that would keep you from mustering up the courage to move forward when you know it's time for you to move forward. And sometimes a lot of the stuff in the book is simple everyday stuff. How do you connect authentically and make new friends? How is it that you negotiate when you're in a situation, whether it's business or something going on personally? There's a lot of practical meat in this book, from relationships to career to finances to finding your inspiration again. And so I think it's kind of a catalog of all the different types of things that you might go through that you need coaching on. And so that's very different from some of my other books, which are focused on one particular topic. This is about your whole life. And because it's written in very digestible chunks, literally 5-minute chunks, and if you read fast, you probably can read them a lot quicker than 5 minutes, but it's not meant to be read straight through. It's meant to be a reference. It's meant to be a tool that you use to coach yourself to higher levels of success, to coach yourself through to those breakthroughs when you get stuck. And so I think that's what makes the book different. This isn't something you're going to just read and put down. It's something you're going to reference over and over and over again.